system. On your screen, on the top or bottom left-hand side, you'll see an icon that says chat. If you click on that, it will open up the chat panel. Usually it's to the right, and there's a chat box there. It usually defaults to, hi Kim, Kim's saying hello. It usually defaults to all panelists. If you can drop down that to all panelists and attendees, and then everyone can see your chats. If you have, how are we going to handle questions along the way, Sharon, or will you lead that?
In the chat.
Okay, so if you have any questions, Andrew's going to be presenting, Andrew Hutchinson, Head of Mannatech Australasia Customer Service. Sorry, Andrew, if I haven't got quite your title correct there.
No, that's all good.
Will be guiding us through the new Mannatech Plus back office. So there may be some questions along the way. If you have them, if you just type them in the chat box there, we can field those questions as we go along or at the end of the presentation. So with that, Sharon, I will hand over to you.
Thank you, Diana and Gary. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sharon Whiteman. It's all of our great privilege to be here with every one of you. And I'm really excited. I don't know if anybody knows how long I've been asking for something like this for Mannatech. It's been like 10 years. I've put tens, 20s hours into writing to Mannatech, outlining. Something you don't know about me is that one of my past lives, I was a database manager. So I'm looking forward to really using this to its maximum. So we're very privileged today to have Andrew with us. Andrew, I don't know if you want us to call you Drew or Andrew, your preference?
Either or. Everyone keeps to go, or everyone's kind of starting to go with the Drew, and I don't mind that. That's up to you guys.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have Andrew Hutchison, and Andrew is the team leader for our customer service department. If you're in business partnership with Mannatech, you know him. He's an extraordinary support for all of our associate base and our customer base. He's been with Mannatech for 2 years, and just shortly after starting with Mannatech, he had the opportunity to visit head office in Dallas. He experienced a week's training on all things Mannatech, and in particular, focusing on the new Mannatech Plus app and the back office that was being launched at the time. Andrew is the go-to person in Australasia for everything to do with the app and the back office, and he's really super excited to be here with us today to give us, you know, a hands-on training. And I know, Andrew, I'm going to hand over to you with a screen share, so I'll make you panelist. And so we can walk through. And Andrew, I sent you a few questions. I actually did some more exploring and answered a couple of my own.
Okay.
So I can see how you can segment contacts, but yes. I have a few more questions, and we'll also, I'm sure, have some from the field. So I will make you, hand over you to host.
Cool.
So should be able to screen share now.
Okay, is everyone seeing that?
Yes, I
Perfect.
am.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys for having me today. I am here to basically try and answer any questions you've got with the new back office and the new app. I know a lot of you probably weren't aware of the app up until this year, being that it was launched last year, Global Manifest. So a few people then jumped on board. It has come a long way since then, which is the reason why I'm super excited about this. It is basically a tool there for you to do all of your business building on the go, anywhere in the world, basically. So let's get started. I'm showing you this screen at the moment, which is our mannatech.com, normal login. Just so you know where you're heading once you actually have a subscription to Mannatech Plus. So as you can see here, we've got the quick links here. So once you've got a subscription, there will be a quick link just here, which you can click on, and it will open up your back office straight away. And we're not going to look at that one though. If you are trying to talk to new clients and encouraging them to get onto Mannatech Plus, all you need to do is send them to the My Business under Mannatech Plus. And here they'll learn a bit about what the Mannatech Plus can do, as well as their subscription. Don't worry about these prices. This is the US site. Our Australasian site doesn't actually have the Mannatech Plus app, so I had to show you this one. So just don't worry, or don't look at those prices, okay? So once you have the Mannatech Plus app and you're accessing it through the quick link, so this is all done on your computer, guys. It will open up, not this page. It'll open up to your new back office. So this is our brand new back office, which is very exciting. To start off with, it opens up to your dashboard. Before I go further, let me just let you know as well, almost every page has a Guide Me button. If you click on it, it'll take you through the quick steps of each of the functions on that page. So you push the right arrow button to go to the next bit. Or the cross to close it off, as well as this little question mark. Most of the pages also have this. If you have any questions or aren't sure of what each of the things do, you can click on the little question mark. It'll open up the frequently asked questions about that page and that page alone, and give you a couple of pointers on that. So first up, we've got our Start Building My Business. You'll see here that we've got our 5 ticks that are currently gray. This is a tool set out for you guys to actually, or encourage you guys to jump on the app or your back office and actually build your business every day. So when you actually do one of these functions, a green tick will appear to say that you've actually completed that task for a day. Now, if you were to send out 5 emails, then 5 ticks will come up. Okay, it doesn't have to be one of each. It can be 5 of the one thing. So adding 5 new contacts will give you 5 ticks. That's just a little encouragement for each day. If we scroll down, we've got our Set Up My Site area. Now, when you first get into Mannatech Plus, when you access it through the My Office on mannatech.com, it'll actually take you through a 5-step kind of build your site straight away. So you'll actually find that when you get to this page that a few of these will already have ticks in them, but some of them will have crosses still. So if there is a cross in one, all you need to do is click on it and it'll take you to that page to complete that task. What we want is 5 ticks, or 6 ticks if we can. Oh, there is 5. This will give you maximum exposure and actually make your sites, I think, really look good. They'll make them pop, I think. That's what I think. Moving across, we have our quick links. As you can see, we've got view contacts, tools to help me build, enroll, and purchase Mannatech products. Now, if you enroll from this page, it'll actually take you to our new customer acquisition page, which if you go to the join button on mannatech.com, you will notice that there is a new way for people to sign up. Sorry, that didn't go to where I wanted it. Actually, let's just click on that, and that should take us there. There we go. So this is the new way that customers or new associates can actually sign up through mannatech.com alone. You can see that it pinpoints the benefits of being a preferred customer, and then the extra benefits you get as an associate also outlines the fee for each. So clicking the enroll button through the new back office is, I guess, a quick way of doing an enrollment. I just wanted to bring that up because you will need to keep in mind that when you do the enrollment through this button, you don't actually get to pick where your new associate will be placed in your business. Just keep that in mind, because that will mean that you will need to do a sponsor change if you don't want them just directly underneath you. So you'll need to send us an email, within the same month, and then we can get that changed for you if you want to move them in your business. Purchase your products. That will actually take you directly. If you have gone to the new back office through my office, sorry about that. When you click on purchase Mannatech products, it will actually take you straight to the Express shop under your account. So if you happen to be doing something and go, oh, that's right, Gary needed an extra Mannabears, you can click on purchase Mannatech products, and that'll take you to the Express shop so you can place a quick order. Bear in mind, the Express shop is actually your account. You can't, you can ship it off to someone, but it's actually placed under your account, okay? Up here on the right, we have our to-do list. As you can see, I've created a few myself. Basil dog is actually my dog while I was doing some testing the other day. So this is a quick to-do list. So when you log into your dashboard, you can see what you've got to do. These will actually turn red after 7 days. So if you haven't done anything on your to-do list, or it's been sitting there for 7 days and you keep forgetting to do it or keep postponing it, after 7 days, it will turn red to notify you that it's quite urgent now that you do this to-do. As we know, a to-do list is things to do, but you want to try and get them done within the first couple of days. And then down here on the bottom right, we have our announcements. As you can see, there's nothing here at the moment. This will, to tell you the truth, I haven't actually seen this in action, but apparently this is supposed to update you on any new features to your back office or any new updates. So then you can check those out pretty much straight away, okay? Moving along, look, I haven't got the chat open, guys. So if there are any chats, please, maybe if Sharon, if you want to jump in and just ask me any questions along the way.
Well, I might ask you some now, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not sure what you have planned, so excuse me if I'm jumping ahead. So
You're
on the setup, the 5 ticks for the setup my site.
Yes.
Is there any information we should go through to help people to set that up? Because I know
yes.
we had a question yesterday from within my team in regards to the, well, that was before you get here, isn't it? So when you actually purchase, you get access and you use your account number, is it? And a link, a number that you get. How does that, when you actually go ahead and purchase this, how do you get to this point where you're in here and setting up?
So to get to this point, once you've placed your purchase for the app, or once you've logged into My Office in Mannatech.com, you'll have the quick link button to Mannatech Plus. So when you click on that, it'll open up a new tab, and that's where it'll have the 4 steps to actually set up your back office. To tell you the truth, I don't actually know what those steps are, other than I know one of them, I think, is to change your password. So yeah, once you get through those steps, you'll then have, or you'll be able to get to a access code to then access the app. So bear in mind, when you sign up to start off with, your access code isn't always a password that you have. Well, it isn't the password for your Mannatech.com website. As you can see here, we've got a username of Mannatech 106 and an access code of numbers and letters. And that gets me into the app for the very first time. Once I'm in the app, then I can go to the profile screen or the settings screen in the app and change the password.
Perfect. So I'm going to ask silly questions. So when they register for that, they automatically get this back office and the Mannatech Plus app. They come partnered. Well,
you've got access to both. You do need to download the app, of course, to your smartphone, and that can be done through the Apple Store or Play Store for Android.
Right there on the screen, it looks like.
Yes. Yep. These two.
Yeah.
So yes, you have access to both of those straight away as soon as you have the subscription. Don't forget as well.
Is their functionality mirrored? So in this back office with the contacts and stuff like that, is that the same as on the app?
Yes and no. I was going to get to the app towards the end.
Perfect. Okay.
The app is, I'll answer it now though, but the app is basically a simplified version of this.
Okay.
Okay. You do have, so you've got all the media tools, you can add contacts to it. There's a feed page. Now, just on regards to the feed page, there's basically like a news feed that is from the Facebook page. That is not our Facebook page, though. It is the American Facebook page. I am currently seeking to get that changed for updates with our Australasian Facebook page, so it's all relevant. But just keep that in mind. Also, there are business tools within the app, as well as here, I think the tools to help me build actually takes you to an American site. So just bear that in mind with a few of the things in the app. But I can show you, if you want to have exactly the same functionality as what we're getting in this back office, the computer version of the back office, you can actually do it through the app. The app has recently been updated, so I would suggest that if you go to Prospecting Digital Media, there is a video there to show you the new back office. But this is just a little screenshot that I've taken. This is the app. You'll see down here that we've got some icons. This first one, which is your media, that's what is defaulted. That's what will come up straight away. But if you look to the right, we've got this business icon. If you click on that, it'll open this page, the additional services. This top one that I've circled, if you actually click on that, you will then be taken to this back office, on a mobile version. So it opens up like this. And you see you've got your dashboard, you've got your start building my business, the to-do list, set up my site, quick links, announcements, which are all those different screens on this homepage. So start building my business, to-do, set up, quick links, and announcements. And then if you click on the menu button at the top right, you then get all these extra features, which are exactly the same as all of these.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so you can actually do everything either on the app or on the computer. It's basically, yeah, this is the platform that you can take everywhere and anywhere and do your work anywhere.
That's amazing. So I wasn't an early adopter for the app because I don't get mobile reception at home. So
yes,
I'd have to go down the road to learn it. But this is perfect for me for...
yeah.
And I'm sure that's probably relevant for everybody listening. And James has asked a question just back to some of your earlier content.
Yes.
We can still enroll through our usual way, so we don't have to go through our sponsor change.
Oh, of course. Yeah. These quick link buttons are just here. Well, they're supposed to be there for convenience. So if you wanted to do a quick enroll, you can do it through this way. But by all means, well, technically, this site is going to be an extra tab on top of your Mannatech.com My Office page. So yes, you can definitely just go back to your My Office, and of course it's not working again today. My Office and do the enrollment, you know, the normal way.
Okay, perfect. And so when you log into the Mannatech back office from your computer desktop and you log into Mannatech, open it, it opens up in a new tab on your browser.
Yes.
How long does that back office tab stay open? Does it shut down after any length of time, or do you have to log in?
No. So the this dashboard, this Mannatech Plus back office doesn't have a timeout like Mannatech.com. Okay. So it could technically stay open for a couple of hours. So yeah.
And in setting up, do you have any recommendations, I think, around usernames? So I know you can choose are they unique? Because I noticed when I chose mine, it didn't seem to go through a search to see if there was any other people using that name.
No, it doesn't for this one, like it used to. So to tell you the truth, I'm not 100% sure. With the links, I don't think it has to be unique this time, because when you actually click on copy your site, there are numbers in that.
Okay.
So, and I believe those numbers will be unique to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I haven't checked this part out yet. So, so that if you say for we had Andrew on here instead of Mannatech 106,
yep,
there would be Andrew, because there's obviously other Andrews in the world. There'd be Andrew and a number.
No. So if we do that now, we'll click on save. Profile was successfully updated. So no, I've got Andrew here. And then the rest of my site names. So to me, that says that no, that's just that you can have several different Andrews, because it hasn't come up with an error or anything like that. What I was saying previously, though, is I'm pretty sure if we click on this.
Now it's changed to Andrew. Yep.
Yep. And if. So when I copy that link, it's just got andrew.myglococafe.com.
Yeah.
That when you click that link, say within an email, we'll put it up here.
Got you there, yeah.
Yeah, so it's got all my details. It's only got my name. That's actually a really good question, because I would have assumed that there would be other Andrews already using this.
Yeah, that'd be something to find out. So maybe we can bring that back.
Yes, definitely.
Because that, because there could be a recommendation then for people to go like put Sharon Whiteman in instead of just Sharon, or, so that.
Yes.
We definitely need these to be unique links. But
Definitely.
That's fantastic. So, and it looks like from what your screenshot here, or your screen share, Andrew, that the new microsites are AU, so that they're available now.
These sites.
Remember when you back to all the little ones? They had. If you go back to the screen that had those ones say AU on them.
Yep.
So I think Diana's asked a question that previously they went to the US site. So Diana, does that answer your question?
Yeah, so of course the US generally goes ahead with things prior to us.
Yeah.
So yes, they had access to these sites. And then when we made the change come 1st of October, that's when we had access to this. So you'll see that these all say AU. If I was to change the country up here to either Singapore or New Zealand, then I would have the New Zealand or Singapore versions of these. While I've got this open, let me just show everyone that there used to be, or we used to have everything under the Australasia market.
Okay.
That has now changed, and we will eventually get rid of this Australasia market tab.
Yeah.
And there'll be this.
Different, aren't they? Yeah.
Yes. So, and then everything will be under your different countries. So yeah, that's just something to bear in mind. There are a few media, data media things that are still in Australasia that we're transferring over to the single countries. And then once they're all transferred over, we will get rid of this.
So for Diana's question then, it could be, Diana, when you log in here, it defaults to US. So maybe look at this drop-down list up here at the top and see if it's chosen US or Australia. Now, there's lots of questions, so I'm just going to go back.
Yep.
Samantha Keeney, we've changed our username. We had to, should we change our username and password via the app or the website?
Either or. If you do it on one, it will affect the other.
Okay, and the purchase of Mannatech products, is that a one-time order? So back where you went to purchase products on that tab in the homepage of the back office?
Yep.
Purchase Mannatech products, can you set up an automatic order there, or just a one-off?
No, it's just a one-off.
Okay, perfect. I think we answered Diana's. James, the custom links that we create in my office still remain, or do we do them now through the new back office?
I would suggest doing them through this.
Okay.
You can still use the custom links. We are trying to gradually move people over to these sites. Look, personally, I think these look a lot better. And we still have a few. So basically, because of all the updates that have been taken place with our Mannatech.com site, the new customer acquisition, the new comp plan, these, I do know that a few things for the custom links have been put to the side and haven't been updated for a little while. So look, by all means, if you want to use the custom links, because that's what you used to, please do. But just bear with us, because I know there are a few updates with that we still need to get done.
Okay, so for instance, if someone was doing family health and just wanted to do a link for Abratos and Mannabears, or somebody was doing the oils, they're not available in microsites at this time.
No, so you can't do that through this.
Yeah.
That would definitely be a custom link thing. Basically the custom link, when you send that, it's taking, when a person clicks on that link, it's taking them straight to a shop page, a product page, where they can purchase that product if they want to. And you're basically only giving them a range of products that you want to, or you can give them all of them. Whereas this is a little bit about Mannatech, and you get to choose which one you would prefer to send. So if you want to talk about the M5M program, you can do that one. And then through this, they actually can then get in contact with you as the associate. So you've got your details here. If I click on it, it'll just take me down the page, and I can fill in my details, submit it, and then that will then send me a notification to say that someone wants more information.
Yeah.
And I've already got their first, last name, email address, and I've added that I want their phone number as well, so I can call. To get started, if we click on that, well, that one obviously doesn't work.
We can't do
a
private brand order.
To get started, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to then take you to, that's why it hasn't worked, probably because I've got several Mannatech sites open. But to get started, generally would take you to, I believe, the customer acquisition page, that enroll page that I took you to.
Yeah.
Through here, it will take them to that, so they can actually sign up straight away if they want.
The option of customer or partner. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. The video, I'm sure, moved them that much that they enrolled straight away.
I want to be part of this.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what the get started is. But yeah, if they want more information on something, if they want more information on something, then they'll get in contact with you.
Excellent.
Okay.
So another question from Kelly in regards to using our own web domains. So that would be sort of a masking type thing. Can we customize any of the URLs in this?
On the sites?
Yeah. I imagine you'd have to set up your domain with a blind mask. So like kellyabrahamson.com with a blind mask directly to the business link, your life on your terms.
Yes.
So for people getting into more technical things, I don't think, probably can't, because it looks like there's Mannatech results, discover Mannatech, my mission 5 million, my Glyco Cafe. Those are the microsite URLs with your personalized username.
Yes.
So if Kelly, I'm thinking you're wanting to say if you had, kellyabrahamson.com and you wanted to send it to Life on Your Terms, you'd have to do a mask with your host provider, I'd say, a blind mask forward to this. So ask a question again, Kelly, if that didn't answer it, because we've got lots of questions here. So I'll just keep going. So if we have prospective people from another market, that's when we change the country. So Mandakini, if we're sending it some information, of a link to someone.
Yes.
How do you customize that?
You mean a link from the site? So one of your sites?
So say you want to send a Life on Your Terms video to someone in Singapore.
Yes. So if we go back to prospecting digital media, and yes, you're exactly right. If we just change the country, we will get only the information for that country. Okay. That's kind of, the videos are generally the same for a lot of them. But when we go to PDFs, you've got price lists and stuff like that, that is only available in that country. So the same if anyone from here, we decided to go to Norway for a month and wanted to do some prospecting there, we can get access to only their information or their detailed, like their products and that kind of stuff, to then, forward that on to them. This is the same for the app. So when you're in the app, the top left-hand corner, you will see a little, it should be, I guess, whatever country you're in, it should be that country's flag as the default. If you were to click on that little country flag, top left-hand corner, you can then change the market. So exactly the same as what we would do here. Like I said, if you went to Norway, on the app, you can change the market to Norway, and then all the digital media that you are available to see is what is available in that country, in Norway.
Okay, perfect. So if we did a blind example, so Mandakini has someone from Singapore that's interested in a business. So she wants to send the Your Life on Your Terms video. So we go into digital media, you said?
Yep. So up here on prospecting.
Digital media.
We've got digital media.
Yeah.
So I've changed the country to Singapore.
Okay. Life on Your Terms.
Life on Your Terms. So we can view this, or we can just directly share.
Okay, so you have to do individual shares. So you can't share, say, or you can copy a link there. So if I was going to send someone a video and a PDF in Singapore on partnering with a business, we could copy the link there with that.
Yes, so we can either tick the box, top right-hand corner, go to Actions. Yep. I can email that, or I can put it in a special folder. So if these
favorites,
yeah, generally you've got this action tool on most of the pages, and you've got Add to Folders. Just below the folders, you'll see that we've got a Create New Folder. And Sharon, I believe this was one of the questions you answered yourself. Yeah. If you create a new folder, say we create a new folder and call it New Prospects, then you can click on the videos that you think you're going to be sending to new prospects every time a new prospect comes through.
Yeah.
Once we click on it, we go Action, Add to Folder.
Yeah.
And place it in that new sign up folder. So every time you come to the digital media page, you can click on that folder and then just email those videos straight away.
So you can customize your favorite, or even for your team, you recommend, okay, so you've got a brand new partner. Okay, if you're talking to a new partner, I recommend you send these digital medias, so Life on Your Terms and one PDF on M5M, and put it into the new business partner folder.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
And then automatically send that. So every time you're talking to someone, you can guide your new team members, or you can customize it for yourself as you more mature in your business.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, talking about emails, there is under the prospecting, send an email.
Yeah.
So here you can send an email to whoever. Basically, if I have jumped ahead a little bit here, sorry. Just going back one, under contacts, here we've got all of our contacts. As you can see, I've created my own, new folder called New Signups. So clicking on that should open it, and I'm not sure why it's not.
Yeah. So you created a new folder in order to segment your list. So, yes. And you segment your list on all kinds of reasons. It's going to be personal to you. You can segment to all your new partners, your prospective preferred customers, your prospective partners, your someone that's interested in fat loss. You can segment your whole list, and they can be in multiple folders, can't they?
Yes, yes, definitely. And once we've got these different folders with our contacts,
Yeah.
And for some reason, this is not working anymore.
Is it frozen or something?
Yeah.
Maybe just refresh for now, because there's lots of other questions.
I think I'm going to have to maybe stop sharing and share again, because
Sure.
Nothing's
working.
Yeah. Let me do that first.
Okay, and I'll just go through some of these questions. So
Perfect.
there's a message from Sonia to you. She thinks that the media is fixed, that she can now see all the media under Australia. So they must have moved the stuff from Australasia that you were mentioning.
Yes.
And Kelly, how do I send a web link to someone in the US? What do I change? So Kelly, I think we might have answered that one, but just put another question if we didn't. From James, so will the Get Started Now option allow the new prospect to order directly? So on that double page where you have an opportunity to be a customer or an associate, and it gives you the benefits.
Yes.
So can a new person go to that link, register now, and order immediately?
Yes. So they would have to, of course, do the sign up, or choose. Well, that page gives them a third option of a retail order. So if why is it going back to that? So yeah,
this is really valuable. We could be here for a couple hours, Andrew.
Okay. Cool. I'm glad I could help. Yeah. So that when they do this, so if they choose customer or associate, that'll take them through the sign up process, and then they can start ordering products straight away.
Great. So we got 7 questions. So I'm just going through them one by one. Gary's saying, so do we cancel our current Success Tracker subscription and set up a new subscription with the Mannatech Plus? And what's the differences between basic and premium? So the $18 versus the $30.
Okay, so your $18 is success. Sorry, let me. So the app by itself is $18. Premium Success Tracker by itself is $18, or you can bundle them and save a couple of dollars with it being $30. That's the difference between that. The difference between Premium Success Tracker and Basic Success Tracker, as most of you should know now, they've released or taken away that requirement that once you get to 15 people or regional director, you no longer have access to the free Success Tracker. Basic Success Tracker is now available to everyone, no matter what level. But you only have access to 4 reports in Basic Success Tracker, whereas with Premium, you've got all of them, as well as your graphs and all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So we've gone, I think we're complete with all the questions. So please, to date, please put any more questions you have in there. I'd like to highlight a little bit more about the contacts. Can you go back to contacts, Andrew?
Yes.
So I think there's some real valuable things in your ability to be able to segment your list like I was talking. So for instance, I think the only folder that you've got there, Andrew, is the new signups.
Yep.
So, and you've got 2 people in your new signups. So theoretically, if you wanted to go to all your new signups and say, oh, brand new partners, I would like you to take a look at this list, or take a look at this digital media, or I would like to send you an email announcement because I'm going to do a special training on Zoom for our new partners. You just go to that folder that you've segmented your new partners, and then you click them, and then you can send them an email.
Yep.
Right?
That's correct.
So the other thing I'd like to ask, so that would be true for anything. So if you're wanting to segment, so say you've got a new preferred customer and they've started up on the fat loss program, but they also were asking you a lot of questions about the oils.
Yes.
You could put them in 2 folders, right? So that if you ever want to do a promotion on oils, really all your preferred customers should get that. But if you had someone with a particular interest, you can highlight those. I wouldn't get too detailed. I would keep it to less, just, a handful or 2 handfuls of segments.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you could really market any announcement, like all the stuff that Mannatech does such a great job of supporting us with, the emails. So how would we get those from our email? Because we probably don't get the emails, the corporate emails. Say you've got the promo right now with the Impact.
Yes.
And you want to send that to all your preferred customers. So you've got I've already set up a preferred customer folder in here.
Yep.
So all my customers will go in there. I wouldn't care if they're a fat loss customer or an oil customer. I'd want to send them the Impact announcement. How do we get that from what we get from corporate into sending an email? So you just copy and paste?
Good question. Let's try that now. As you can see, we can add images and all that kind of stuff through the email server on the back office. I'm just not exactly sure if we were to copy and paste the email, but we're going to try that now, if that would work. Okay, well, it's not too bad. We can preview the message, of course.
No, there's a few
there's a
happening.
few things, possibly because I copied and pasted the whole thing. So yeah, like I said, it might just be because
sometimes for those of you listening, if you're copying an HTML email, if you copy from the top frame, it gives you more than what you want.
Yes.
So that's now just done the images. So you have to play with this and get to learn how it works, but you could copy just the images like this. Then you can copy just the text. You can choose what you want from the corporate message, just copy and paste into your browser. And you can send this, yeah, see that looks pretty clean?
Yep.
So you'll just have to play with this because I know what Andrew's doing, but if you haven't done this before, you won't be able to see. But if you copy your whole email and it gives you too much, then start your cursor not at the very top and not at the very bottom. So you're getting, say, a middle segment of the email or even individual segments, and just do it bit by bit till you get the outcome that you want.
So yeah, I'll bring, this is the email I just copied over.
Yep.
So I copied the image first and then
Yep.
pasted it into our text box.
Yep.
And then I scrolled down just from here.
Yep.
Where the cursor comes up. Yep. Scroll down and then copied the remaining or the text and imported it over.
Without going to the very bottom, because you can see there that he didn't go to the very bottom, so therefore you're not getting the full, background HTML coding that sometimes looks, you need to know what you're doing to do that. But if you just go from in a middle component, then it doesn't copy everything, which is, so you can get a fairly professional email out to all your preferred customers. So I'd recommend you gradually adding in your preferred customers. We're all different personalities. Some people will need to do it all in a big day, and some people, each person you're talking to, add them to a list, and you can segment them with. Then just ask a question if this terminology isn't clear for you. But with those folders, you can just create at least prospective partners, prospective customers, preferred customers, and partners, those 4 lists, because at minimum you should have the people segmented. Now, the other thing I wanted to know, Andrew, can you search on notes? So if you want to put a particular note, and say you've got 500 people in here, because that's where everybody's going, or 1,000, and you can remember, I've got this person, I can't remember their name, but I talked to them about this, and I know I put it in the notes, because I did some testing on searching on notes and it didn't work. Okay.
Good question. I don't think we can.
So if we had a wish list, because the other thing to do would be to have a keynote field. So, it'd be good to test on notes, to search on notes, but because I forget people's names, so I'm always searching on notes.
Yeah, so that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I put my note as great guy.
Yeah, you are.
Yep, thanks. Tried to search for that and that hasn't come up. So no.
Can we ask for that?
Yeah, we can definitely ask for anything. No harm
in asking. I think that they should either have a keyword field, because sometimes you can segment with keywords without having so many folders.
Yes.
So that you can have a preferred customer and you can put a keyword in there, all, you know, fat loss, because you want to remind yourself to send them information on that when new stuff comes out.
Yes. Yep.
Or you could have a million folders. But anyway, so there's a couple more questions here. James is talking about the QR builder. So I have minimal knowledge of QR builder.
Yep.
But it's a way for people to use a screenshot little gobbledygook square
Yeah.
to a specific URL. So can you walk through how to do that and what the uses might be for people?
Perfect. So this is under prospecting. We have the QR code builder. Once we're in this page, it's pretty self-explanatory. What we need to do is look at the, oh, we're still in Singapore. Not that that really matters, but.
No, but that's a good example. That's perfect.
So I've just changed it to AU or Australia, and now we've got the AU here. So the area of focus is going to be, yep, let's make it Glyco Cafe. We'll go True Health this time. Media. So this is just basically my contact details. So I can send them to my website. Yeah. Or contact. That's all the same. I did this.
But the QR thing.
Basically, so yeah, basically this is your QR code. If anyone has a QR code reader on their app, their smartphone phone now, you can actually scan that, and that will take you to my site with my details. I've picked the True Health AU, so it should show you all the products on that, or not all the products, sorry. It should outline the True Health system. I can change bits of information. So this is a printable QR code label. If we click on it, it'll actually give us a printable page.
Wow.
And this is for all your labels. So the idea behind this is if you are selling products to people who aren't really aware of our products, and you want to give them a bit more information other than what's on the label or on the box, you can actually specify some details in this, or they're buying the Glyco Cafe, but you want to tell them about the True Health system.
Yeah.
Once you've done all these details and this has been updated, you can then print these labels off and stick them to your product. So when you're selling at a market, or at a store fair, you can have these little QR codes on the products that you're giving to people. And as they're walking away, they can actually then scan it if they've got the scanner on their phone, and that'll take them directly to your Mannatech site.
Yeah. So believe it or not, everybody, for those of you that this is very foreign to, a lot of young people QR scan everything. So it's a really amazing integration into what we have.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see that it's got my details here. So even after they've seen my site, which will have my details on it, when they get home, instead of actually going to the site, they can then just see my details and email me straight away. Great little tool. If you're doing those kind of things like at the fair or doing stores somewhere, and you want to give them a little bit more information.
Excellent. And James, just add, could put one onto your business card, QR reader, Colleen of New Zealand. Colleen, are you on the call? And so, there's people saying that, how cool that is. So, it's a free app to download. You just search QR reader. There's lots of choices, and it's just a little, I use an iPhone, so it's just a little, whatever you call those things, picture on your iPhone. And you open your app, and you can do it straight to this computer screen. So if you had one on your app, and you can just screen the QR code, the little square, with my phone right now, and we could have gone to Andrew's site. Yeah.
So if there's two tabs here, the QR code help gives you a bit of a detail about it. What they've suggested is an app called Red Laser. I don't actually have that one myself. I've got a different one, but it works perfectly fine. So if for those people that aren't aware of, what QR code reader they need, possibly just just search for the red laser one, as that's the one they've suggested.
Okay.
But yeah.
Red laser. Everybody hear that? Red laser QR reader. So another question from Diana, great question. Some people will already have a digital form of their contacts. There is a bulk import option for contacts, isn't there?
There certainly is. Now, when you download the app, when you get to the contact tab on that,
yeah.
It'll actually ask you if you want to scan, basically to scan. That's scanning all the contacts in your phone and putting it directly into your app, which will also add it to this page. So remember, like I said, anything you do on the app is reflected through the back office, vice versa. Anything you do in the back office is reflected in the app.
Yeah.
The app has this kind of cool little tool though. It's almost like Tinder for your contacts. You can, once your contacts have been downloaded into the app, there is a swipe function. If you look to the top right-hand corner of the app, there's three little icons. The middle one, which is a finger swiping right, is the swipe function. So when you're in the swipe function on the contacts in your app, you can swipe right for hot, left for cold, up to skip, I believe it is, and then down to delete. So if you've imported all your contacts from your phone, but you know, like half of them are long lost relatives that you've never spoken to except for that one time, you can swipe down and it'll actually remove it from your contacts, so you don't have to keep missing them when you want to click all or something like that. There also is the function to do an import in here. So under contacts, we have the import contacts. It gives you several different options on how to do this. Basically, though, you would be filling in like an Excel spreadsheet with the contacts details and then importing it that way, or this one from your Yahoo. It's not just Yahoo. You can do it from your other email servers, I'm pretty sure. Contacts from, no. So you can only do from Yahoo for email. But yeah, there is those other options of, if you, where is it? Download an example CSV file. So once you download that, it'll actually give you an Excel spreadsheet of their example. You can then delete their contacts, but keep the fields up the top and then add your own contacts underneath. Okay. And then once you've saved that, don't forget to save it. It needs to still be this file type.
Save as a CSV,
Yep. So generally speaking, when it's an Excel spreadsheet and you just click on Save As, it'll come up as Excel workbook or worksheet. You need to then click on the file, wherever, but you need to click on this Save As type. And that's actually came up as a CSV anyway. So that one worked for him.
And you need to make sure that the fields then that you've got in there match the fields that are in. So probably on the import process. So if we're going to import this, you're so clever, Andrew. So if you went ahead to import this now into this CSV into your contacts in the Mannatech back office.
Yes.
It would have you match up the fields. So it'll have you, typically when you do an import like this, it'll have you match up the first name, the last name, phone numbers.
Let's try that now.
So what Andrew's just done.
Sorry, did I do that too fast?
Probably for some people. Depends if they've done this before. But he's just now uploaded into the back office that CSV example file, and it's automatically worked out.
Yep.
Fields.
So if you go off their example, like I said, if you just delete all the details underneath that top line, and then fill in the details down as it says up the top. So last name and then first name.
Your example, let me ask you this, Andrew. Your example, did it already have the fields in the right order? I missed that. So
yes, sorry. Sorry, yep,
So
let me...
people in whatever they're imported is different. There might be a different, anyway, that might be more detail than what people need today. But if you have trouble with importing CSV, are you going to do another?
No, so I just wanted to show you that with the example that you download,
Yeah.
it already has the headings up the top.
Okay.
So, and the list, the names below were just, as it said, examples.
Yeah.
So if you just deleted the information from row 2 down, and then as it states, fill in the details,
Oh, I see.
going down, then, and you don't actually have to have all the details. So
Yep.
if you only have their first name, then just fill in their first name. Don't just leave the last name blank.
Yep.
It will still import it into the correct field.
Okay, so then if somebody has an existing list, they need to match it up with this template that is offered, correct? So say you've been working on a list on your computer, you know, some people do all kinds of things. I know that I used Navigate and I exported all my contacts when that finished.
Yes.
So I'd have to go find that wherever it is, because I kind of had a cranky pants. I didn't put it into anything else because I thought this is too hard. So I've still got that file somewhere. But it's not going to be set up in these exact same fields. So if anybody else was a Navigate user, just as an example, you may have another, you know, contact manager of some kind where you can export the data and import it into this. You'd have to make sure that you match it up with the existing fields. Does that make sense, Andrew?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll have to go back and look at what the criteria were in that other full CSV file.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's also a copy and paste capability.
Okay.
So this might be more along the lines of your example. So from an Excel spreadsheet, you can just copy the information on your Excel spreadsheet and paste it into this box here.
Okay, so if we're using my Navigate CSV file example, I could open Excel or open the CSV file in Excel and then match. If you can see there on the right-hand side, it tells you the allowed field names.
Yes.
So I would match those and delete all the other columns.
Yes.
And then copy and paste into here would be another way. Or I could save as a CSV in Excel.
Yes. Yeah. And then just upload that. So
does anybody that has an interest in that was that not clear? So if you want to just put a question, if that didn't make sense for you, if you've got a list somewhere, maybe even in Excel of contacts you want to import. Thanks, Sue. There's a few different ways you can do it, and hopefully that explains some options. So we are at an hour. I'll just double check oh no, it's searchable, yeah. So I think I've done all my questions that I thought of ahead of time. Anybody else have a question for Andrew before we let him go? So obviously, I think there's going to be lots of trial and error. Will you come back again?
Yes, yeah, definitely. If you guys have more questions, more than happy to help.
Because I think people will go away and watch this. So I will do my best. Just for everybody's background, I've filled up the iCloud storage for our Saturday calls. So I have to go through and download any videos that we need as MP4s, and I'll upload them to a specific folder on my YouTube channel. And so and then I'll put the link to those in the back office or in my call archive, our Saturday call archive. I'll do this one as soon as possible. And right now in my call archive, any past videos like the Thai Tribbles, anyone that's shared a screen that we need the video component, I'll have to do the same for them. So I will do that this week, but I'll prioritize this one so it'll be available on video in the Richer Lives Saturday call archive. So I'll do that by tomorrow. And yeah, I think there's more. So maybe, Andrew, are you busy next Saturday?
Next Saturday. What's
Same time?
the date?
14th is 21st.
Let me just quickly check my calendar.
So we can work out. And if failing that, we can work out another time because we already have requests. So, and definitely, you know, Chris Pitcher, completely understand your brain is exploding, especially like you can see that I have lots of experience in database managing. So my questions are quite strong. If that you don't have that kind of experience, then you don't need to know all that. You just start putting your contacts in here one by one as you're talking to them. And I'm probably going to do that. My sync with my address book contacts failed. It keeps giving me this. It's trying to work, and every time I start up, it's telling me it's not working.
Oh, really?
For some reason, I'm not sure why. It could, but anyway.
That's through the app.
Yeah. And I actually don't want all my contacts synced anyway, so I need to go back and say no somehow. Because I don't have all my Mannatech contacts in there anyway. I've always done it in separate.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you do we'll coordinate another time to come back. But what that needs from everybody listening, it means that you need to go forth and practice all this so that when you come back, you've rewatched this, you've practiced starting adding it, and we can help you. And I think there's a lot of scope, and maybe James can come on or somebody else that's really used the app a lot for what you'd recommend. And I know Sonia's used it a lot. So because of my mobile signal problems, I haven't used the app. So I'm not as au fait with all the resources that are available and what people are recommending and what really works. So we can help you with some ideas of how to customize this for your business and your style.
Yep.
So Drew, God bless you. It's been fantastic. Really great job of helping us. And you and I won't put you on the spot for next Saturday. But
No, well, I'm free, so that's all good.
Are you? Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's do another one next. Because I think, so for everybody listening, if we're going to use Drew's time next Saturday morning again, so this is above and beyond, obviously, and supporting us, please come with more questions and more practice this week. And I'll make sure I have the recording of this available to all of us by tomorrow.
Perfect.
So thanks, everyone. We'll have part 2 of this. We can go more in depth, and I'll commit to doing the same thing. I'll have lots of practice by then, and I'll have more questions. So Drew, thank you so very much. Everybody, thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye, everyone.